Okay, I wanted to demonstrate one of the one of the issues with using accordion and keeping bass to chords on, which is essentially feeding bass information to the chords. So if you want to play your left hand and only have the left hand drive the chord changes, you certainly can leave that on, it's no problem. But if there are times that you want to be able to influence the bass player that's playing automatically, to be able to do walks or certain progressions with your left hand bass without changing the chords of the rest of the band, then you need to turn bass to chord off. And I kind of want to show you the difference here so that you can understand what this means. And this is a problem, not a problem, but this is a situation that a user or a player has to be able to determine how they want to use the controller in order to drive the arrangement. The same problem occurs with the BK7M. So let me demonstrate first the way it should sound. So I'm just going to play a C major chord, and then I'm going to walk. I want it to go from C to D to E up to F, and I'm gonna do that. And right now, when I go into my menu and I look at the way I'm set up, I have bass to chord off. So what that means is that when I press basses, they will not influence chord changes for any of the other parts other than the bass player. So as I'm doing a walk, if I'm going from C to F, during the walk, the chord that should be played is a C the whole time. So let me demonstrate. So if I go back here and I start this, so you'll see that it's a C major chord. Okay? Now I'm going to begin my walk up. Listen to the bass player. So I did that, right? I played the D with my bass, I played the E with the bass, and I played the F chord, the F major chord there to get to that. Now I'm going to walk back down to the C. So here we go. Now what's important is as I was walking, if you notice, the chord up there in the top of the display did not change. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over and I'm going to change that property, and I'm going to put bass to chord on, and I'm going to do the same walk, nothing different. Now what I've done though to make this very audible and clear is, if you look here, I've muted almost everything except the bass player and the two chordal tracks that are playing. And so what you want to listen to very clearly is, even though the bass player will walk correctly, it will also change the chords of the steel guitar and the dynamic folk guitar, because it will send the chord information to the arranger, and because it's a single note, it will leave out the third and the fifth of the chord because it doesn't know the quality of the chord. But in doing so, your entire chord arrangement and backing tracks goes from C to D to E to F, which is an undesirable effect. So let me demonstrate. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm in C, I'm going to begin my walk. Now I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to walk back down. I'm going to do it a little slower this time so you can hear the chords. I'm going to hold for a longer period of time, maybe a whole measure. So do you see the advantage of having bass to chords off? Because you can truly drive the arranger and you can make all kinds of walks without affecting any of the chordal structures that are supporting the style. let me show you one more time. So when we're in C, as I'm doing the walk, that C major chord up in the display should not change. That should stay a C chord until I get to the F chord. I'm going to begin my walk. Did you see how the chord changed from C to E? Excuse me, from C to D to E, and then F? Again, you don't want that chord to change. Now I'm going to go back in one more time, and I'm going to turn that off. Okay, now I'm going to do it again. Now as I walk, I'm not playing basses right now, that's the automatic bass doing that. Okay. Now I'm going to influence the bass player's lowest note in the walk, but that chord is not going to change. Here we go. So you heard the walk, but while I was walking, the C chord stayed persistent. Same thing when I walk back down again. Okay, I just sort of wanted to demonstrate this because this is something that I think is important. And again, there is no right or wrong way to play. I just wanted to explain what the sort of two variations of having bass to chord on and bass to chord off does, and what it allows you to do from a player standpoint regarding the flexibility in driving the dynamics of how the bass player operates and what kind of effect you want. Okay, let me show you a little different walk now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go from C up to G, but I'm going to walk C, E, F, F sharp, G. And you'll notice that the C chord will stay persistent on the screen while I'm doing the walk. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to do that same walk one more time, and I'm going to change the bass to chord mode and go ahead, I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to do that walk. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So you'll see that it just didn't sound right, and also the chords themselves changed, and therefore the structure of the style is following those chord changes. In parentheses, when you see a 3,5, that means that the chord is being played, but the third and the fifth is being omitted because there's not enough information to provide the quality of the chord, because obviously a bass note only transmits one note. Okay, I hope this is interesting. Post questions. I think this will make a good discussion. All right, thanks.